Okay, I got the car in. Couple things on the agenda for today. By the way, new camera. Sorry if it sucks. I'm still working on things. So I hope it looks good. Let me know down below in a comment if you're not a fan or if I need to make any adjustments. Sorry that the lighting is bad. This weather has been abysmal. We got snow on the ground. It's the middle of March. It's a nightmare. So, a couple things that we need to get going. Windshield, dents, valve lash, first and foremost, and exhaust. The exhaust going from the manifold to the actual pipe isn't hooked up at the moment. And on the test drive the other day, it was cooking my passenger's legs. No good, can't have that. So that's gonna happen really quick. Then we have to set valve lash. I noticed that the top end is really noisy right now, and I'm gonna assume that that's from having improperly set valve lash. When I took apart everything, cleaned the valves, put it all back in, I'm gonna assume that the tolerances are different, and hopefully it's just that, and not classic Y-block crap. Windshield update. Insurance, like you saw in the last video, said that they're willing to play ball, but so far, Safelite has been ghosting me. If you live in Kankakee, Bradley, Bourbonnais, and have ever had a windshield replaced for your classic car, let me know where you did that, and if they'll work well with insurance, because I'm getting tired of dealing with these people giving me online quotes and then never actually responding and never actually doing anything. It's ridiculous. If you say you're going to call me within 12 hours, call me within 12 hours. It's been 3 days. This is absurd. Jeff, my buddy from college, plans on helping me with the dent puller, so that way I don't have to spend a bunch of money on tools. Apparently he has one, so we're going to try that out. I also have a Jeep that I'm going to experiment on and see how that goes as far as paintless dent repair. I'm not necessarily worried about the paint because the car will be getting repainted late spring, early summer for the upcoming car show season. Hopefully I can find like a weekend to do that. We're doing a real old school paint job like it says in my instruction manual from 57. So hopefully that'll be a fun video as well. The goal right now is to get this car pretty well running and driving for a meeting I have this weekend. I have a big meeting, a big possibility coming up, so I need to get this really up and going. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everything is good. My biggest concern right now is that when I was pulling the car in and out this morning, I had to back out of the driveway, pull it in so it could be here. I noticed that it sounded like I had a hog-ass cam. I don't. I have a stock cam. To me, it sounds like surging, maybe a misfire. Now, it was cold. It's 30 degrees out today, Fahrenheit. So maybe it has to do with that. I don't know. It's a little disconcerting. If after a test drive it still is kind of running a little lumpy, I'll do a power balance test where I pull out, I'm not sure if that's the right name for it, but you pull off the spark plug wire and see if it still runs good. If it still runs good, you know that that cylinder's dead. If it starts running worse, then you know that that cylinder's good. Hopefully we're firing on all 8. If not, at this point I don't know what it possibly could be, and I'm getting a little sick of it.
I left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay, 'cause I've had nothing to live for, and look like nothing's gonna come my way. So I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Look like nothing's gonna change. Everything still remains the same. I can't do what 10 people tell me to do, so I guess I'll remain the same. Listen, sitting here resting my bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. Listen, 2,000 miles I roam just to make this dock my home. Now I'm just gonna sit at the dock of a bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, I'm sitting sitting on a darker bay, wasting time.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me, stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, stand by me. Whoa, stand now. Oh, stand. No noise.
I just hooked back up the exhaust and I took a listen using like a DIY stethoscope, and I guess we're gonna go on a test drive and we're gonna see how much improvement we really have going on this. It could either be drivable or misery. Fingers crossed. It doesn't sound like rod knock. It really doesn't sound like rod knock. No.
Yeah.
To me, it sounds almost like an exhaust leak.
But where?
Probably in the gaskets that I use. People say you're not supposed to use gaskets on these, and I did. And that could be my undoing. That could have been my big mistake. I keep on wanting to put a seatbelt on, but they're lap belts and it's pointless. I say we go around the big block.
Kevin?
Good one. Let's just see what happens. See it's back.
That it would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. And our love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. time to hesitate is through. No time to wallow in the mire. Try now, we can only lose, and our love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my...
Alright guys, well, honestly, a bit of a mixed bag today. I can't say I'm necessarily pleased with how things went, but I also can't say I'm necessarily super upset about it. Did some good diagnostic. I'm really glad I came back out for the second round of work. I was ready to call it quits for the day, but I thought, you know what, let me just give it a shot and see what happens. Figured out what some of the problems were. Part of the reason why we were having that weird popping and some bad noises was that on the passenger side, all the way in the back over by cylinder 4, the exhaust manifold is cracked. And it seems like the bolts are stripping out from the head. Real unfortunate. I used a torque wrench. I did everything that I was supposed to do. Sometimes these things happen, and sometimes you have to roll with it. One day, when I fully, properly rebuild this motor and refresh it and take it out of the car, I will helicoil and do everything right to fix it. But as far as today is concerned and getting it driving again as my daily, I went to O'Reilly's and I got some of that ghetto muffler fix, and the crack wasn't all that terrible. It is what it is. If it's noisy, it's noisy. This isn't like a modern car where it has all the sensors and it needs to run everything and it needs its exhaust to be proper. If there's an exhaust leak, there's an exhaust leak. The world isn't going to end because of that. It was actually kind of funny how I discovered the exhaust leak. Obviously, I'd said a couple times that I wanted to do valve lash, so I popped off the valve covers, and I noticed that on the bottoms of the valve covers there was soot. And I lined it up to where it would have been meeting up with the manifold, of course on the other side, and lo and behold, it was right where the crack was and where the potentially stripped bolt was. Unfortunate, but you know, if you've ever worked on cars, you know that these things happen. It's not detrimental to this engine. This engine will be fine. It has gone through way worse. Set the valve lash. Luckily, my hypothesis was correct. Everything was loose as shit, and that's why it was so noisy. My book calls for 20 thousandths. Everything was way looser than that. Funny enough, what I discovered is that, and I was using a breaker bar, I don't think the valve lash has ever been set on this motor in 70 years, except for one rocker. And the one rocker was the one where the pushrod had actually been replaced. I didn't get this on camera, and I really wish I had, but when I was very first doing the teardown of this motor, in the valley pan, there was a broken pushrod sitting in there. Oh shit, what happened? So I took out all my pushrods and I counted them up, and I realized I had 17 out of 16 pushrods. There was an extra one, so that was unusual. A pushrod had broken, and they decided to leave it just in the valley and replace only one. As I was setting valve lash today, all of the keepers for the rockers, only one of them was loose, and that was the one that had been replaced. Every single other one was stuck as could be, and I'm 100% sure that this motor has never had its valve lash set in 70 years, which is crazy to think about that. Unfortunately, the other problem we did find is that the intake was not properly torqued down. I think the reason for this is the fact that when I did go to torque it down, it would have been potentially 15 to 20 degrees outside. So that doesn't help anything. So that's probably why the idle was so strange. The Holly Sniper was trying to account for all that air coming in. So I have that hopefully taken care of a little bit. You're also going to notice that we're back on the original camera that I had been using. The growing pains on the other camera, it was just too fragile and too finicky to film with. I will be getting a different camera besides this one. I know that the quality is okay, but I want it different, and that's fine. I'm also going to be doing something different in editing, so I hope you guys enjoy that. Leave a comment down below if you do, and also if you don't, I like hearing your guys' feedback. that's going to do it for today because it's 10 at night. I'm hungry. We will be doing some more tomorrow after that ghetto exhaust manifold repair dries, and we're going to do a comparison to see if hopefully things are a little bit better. Thank you all for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Really do appreciate the love these past few videos are getting. I never expected that within just a handful of weeks that I would be doing all right online. And the best part about it is that this is stuff that I would have been doing anyways. All I did was put the camera up and start talking. So it really means a lot seeing the love that these videos are getting. Stay tuned, there's going to be more to come.
Most of all, you got to hide it from the kids. Cuckoo-ca-choo, this is Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Sitting on a sofa on a Sunday afternoon, going to the candidates' debate. Laugh about it, shout about it when you've got to choose. Every way you look at it, you lose. Where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio? A nation turns its lonely eyes to you. Ooh, what's that you say, Mrs. Robinson? Joe has left and gone away.